Y'all, welcome back, or should I say, welcome to the continuation of last week, because this is actually the last game of last week. It just, I just wanted to end it on a good note. The Emirates NBA Cup has started. Cleveland is 9-0, and we're 4-6, trying to get our momentum going. And 9-0 is pretty scary. It's pretty scary, but I think we can figure out a way to get them to lose at some point. And if we don't, then we literally just have the next game the next day. Really, this is Sunday. I think we have a Cavs game on Monday, so I'm not really tripping on the outcome of this, but it's a good scouting game to see how they play, so we can figure out tomorrow, basically.
Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Vucevic. As we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game here, guys, from Darius Garland.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Donovan. High execution from the team tonight. Did you think the focus was there collectively?
Most definitely. I think, if we don't focus, we might let this game slip away. But for us, it's continuing to plug away. And we're not at our 100% yet. We're not at our best, but we have a lot more things to improve on. But our focus and attention to details really was getting us through.
Looks like you're building towards something special, man. Thanks.
And that'll wrap David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Beatty, and the whole 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And now we present the player of the game, Darius Garland.
So we might have got our asses whooped this time. I had 26-7, a little bit too many turnovers. Kevin Durant, did his thing, obviously. Darius Garland went crazy, learning how to play defense on him. I think we got it. I understand it now.
NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Minnesota, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
Well, right now for Washington, they've had an interesting start to the year. Lately, they've put together some nice wins, and you get the general sense that their confidence is growing.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. We've got Durant. Jordan Poole is out there with Johnson. And it's Vucevic, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for Cleveland, a loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. So Cleveland will get...
So we right back here in Cleveland. Ain't shit changed, but the game number. They are 10-0 right now, undefeated in the first 10 games of the season, and we are 4-7. We're like a really competitive 4-7 though. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, even though we're below 500, shit is not sweet over here in DC. I'm just, we're losing against good teams like the Cavs. Evan Mobley ended up being player of the week after our game. But it's a brand new week, man. It's a brand spanking new week, and we kind of know how to play the Cavs because we literally just played them the game before. And it's all right. So there's your turnover right there. But it's interesting. It's interesting figuring out how to play defense against guys like Kyrie Irving, Darius Garland, Trae Young, even Luka. You know what I mean? Like De'Aaron Fox, Steph Curry. The list kind of goes on and on. Especially when you start getting into like the all-time players like I do sometimes. But I think what I've learned, which may not be an actual like, it may not be an actual lesson to be learned in this specific game. I probably could have learned it 2K23, 2K22, I don't know. But basically, the guys like Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, on the off ball, I don't put tight, I put deny ball, right? But on the on ball, I don't put tight because you end up being too close to them and they blow right past you. So you got to put moderate and go from there.
David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. KD, you're running and gunning out there. How much fun is it when the offense is flowing like that?
Well, I think this team is very well disciplined, and they do all the details, and we just wanted to play harder, man. And I think we got some steals, got some fast break points, and we're playing together, everybody touching the ball. It's just fun when we playing like that, so we got to continue to do that.
KD, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
You know, right now, for the Wizards, they've been one of the bigger disappointments so far in the early goings. Some people thought they might be an elite team, and we haven't seen that at all. But the good news is there's still plenty of room and time to turn it around. Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Hunter dishes to Mobley. Shoots over Bay. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Wizards have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Shots good by Middleton.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime.
So then the settings get interesting then, because it's like, okay, do I pre-rotate? And the answer is no. You don't pre-rotate on people like Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland and shit like that. You end up pre-rotating on people like a Kevin Durant or a Giannis or
here's Mitchell.
Maybe a Lauri Markkanen or something like that. Like somebody who's less inclined to pass the ball, like who doesn't have passing vision like that. Because if you pre-rotate on somebody with passing vision, you're just setting yourself up. Even though they may be a primary scorer, they may even score 30 points like Luka Doncic. You don't pre-rotate on people like Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving. That's specifically for the people that aren't too inclined in passing or don't want to, like a J.R. Smith or something like that. It's definitely not for the Damian Lillards of the world, right? And you don't want to put it on a Jared Allen because it's not even useful. You know what I mean? Like, you can guard Jared Allen by yourself for the most part. You just use a body and put the right settings on Jared Allen. You'll be all right. You don't need to, like, pre-rotate nothing like that. So, you know, for the guys like I'm guarding right now, you see I'm denying the ball, but at the same time, keeping it moderate when they get the ball because it lets me meet them where they're going instead of trying to catch up. Like all of a sudden you're on the side of their hip instead of in front of them. That's because you're too close. You're too close. And that happens with not just AI, just people. That's really how you guard in general. Like, I've done this against actual users, against actual people. Even though, you don't necessarily see it because I don't record everything that I do. That moderate way of guarding actually works on everyone. It does. But you can guard tight on people like Max Strus if you want,
And that one's good. Hunter. Washington calls timeout. They're
stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. KD, a statement win. How satisfying is it for you?
It was fun. It was fun. We came out and played hard. Guys played together. And this is all that I expected, man. I'm glad that, we was able to get the win tonight. We're looking forward to the next game.
We're looking forward to seeing you out there again, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Kevin Durant.
So as you can see, the box score is a little bit more balanced between the two. He's not necessarily getting 45. Their shot attempts is a little bit more balanced because I played a little bit better defense. That's really what the result of that is. KD obviously doing his thing, 35. I got 20. I got a double-double, whatever.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You look at Washington, they're in 8th place with plenty of games to be played.
Seeing where the Wizards are, they're sort of where we expected them to be at this point. A tough opponent, but not a team that you fear.
Yeah, the middle of the pack seems to be right where they belong. They don't want to get complacent or to start pressing.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Jaren Jackson out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Bobby Portis. Then there's Ja Morant. And it's Black in at the 2. And for the Wizards, they've got Nikola Vucevic.
So, funny thing about the Grizzlies, you would think that they're building momentum to be like this elite team, but somehow they're struggling. I don't know if this is a sign of the future or something like that, but they're struggling. They have Anthony Black from the Desmond Bane trade. They haven't necessarily done too much to the roster. I don't think they needed to, but somehow they're struggling. And it's not even like this is the case in just MyNBA today. I do have a Prime League that pretty much has the same Grizzlies roster, and they're also struggling. I don't know what it is. Like, 2K wants the Grizzlies to struggle or whatever the case is. I don't really know, but Ja Morant's doing the most he can. He has really good stats, but the team is just, I don't know what it is. Is it the coach? I don't know.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
Right now, for the Wizards, they've been one of the bigger disappointments so far in the early goings. Some people thought they might be an elite team, and we haven't seen that at all. But the good news is there's still plenty of room and time to turn it around.
Turning our attention to that first half for the Grizzlies, they find themselves in a close one.
You can see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. Back down to Brian.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
This whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Well, they've got to build a wall immediately because he'll just keep attacking like that if they don't.
I will say it hasn't been shown quite yet, but the addition of Vucevic from last week from that 3-team trade with the Bulls and Pistons, we have really been a way better team with him. Obviously, he's better than Kelly Olynyk, but just flow-wise, cohesiveness, everyone having a role. You know, there's more of a role. It's more of a defined role for everybody, especially Vooch. Like, it makes so much sense for him to be on this team, bro. And he may not be like killing, getting 20 points a game, but that's not what we need. We don't need that. We're spreading out our offense. You know, we're a shoot-at-will type of team. We're getting our shooters open. Olynyk is a good idea, but Vooch is like
35 seconds left in the fourth.
A real idea. You know what I mean? He's like a cemented idea that you know 9 times out of 10 will most likely work. And it's been working. It's really been working.
They overcame everyone.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much, Vooch. A balanced attack tonight. How helpful is getting contributions from everyone?
We need that. You know, we're not a team that has, 2, 3 like superstars that are just going to come in every night and get us 25 a game. So we need, contributions for everybody, and that's why we have to play that way. We have to play for each other, share the ball, try to help each other get going, and that's the only way for us to be good offensively. When we try to create for our own, it never works, and I think we learned from that. So tonight was a good example when we move the ball, when we play for each other, and hopefully we can keep that up.
Sharing was key. Thanks, Nicola.
All right, Allie. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Everyone looks confused but Ja. Like, Ja's the only person that doesn't look confused on the court. Everyone else, I really don't know what's going on. I really don't. But me, KD, Vooch, we're going to continue doing our thing. It is what it is. As long as he's getting 10 points, as long as Middleton's getting like over 15, I think we're good.
And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. The guards are Pritchard and White. And it's Zeller in at the 5 down low. And for the Wizards, Johnson is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Vucevic, and it's Durant, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And his teams establish chemistry in the early part of the season. Brent, what are some of the keys?
Well, on the court, really it is about the coaches defining roles. And anytime you get players who buy into those roles in the early part of a year, it's a support system for what the star guys have to do.
So the story of the Celtics is very interesting. First, I'm going to address something. That thing in the beginning where it showed the last 10 games and my points and usage and all that, even though it looks like a bad thing, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good.
As long as we can get W's and my usage rate is down, that means everyone else is getting their turn, basically. They're getting their shots up. They're getting more proficient. As you can see from the last game, we're letting Jordan Poole do his thing. If you're hot, you're hot. I'm not about to just try to steal the spotlight just so we can get a dub. If we need that 3 and you can make that, take that. Bad boy. Nah, for real though. Like, I don't care that my usage rate is down. That's cool. I like that. If I could do shit like that, give it to Bub, and he's making it, bro, we can beat a middling, struggling team like the Celtics.
Standing in that quarter. Great rebounding. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see something go in. It feels good to see him go in early, and it feels good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
And we welcome you to halftime as the Boston Celtics are getting everything they can handle so far.
The pace of this game is suiting them well, and it makes sense. After all, they're the ones setting it up.
Yeah, that's what you want. Establish the tempo while staying under control. They can run away with this literally.
And now here's something that's always interesting. Let's see what the fans are up to on social media. Low-key Christoph wants to know, Shaq, what's the best nickname that you've ever created for somebody else?
I gotta go with one of my more recent creations for Domantas Sabonis. Lithuania lasagna, aka Sacramento specialty.
Ooh. Usually save the best nicknames for yourself, but I gotta give it to you. I like that Lithuanian lasagna. That's pretty good.
Hey, the nicknames never stop for the big fella.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Jordan Poole is out there with Johnson. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Vucevic, and it's Koloko in at power forward. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. For Washington, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. An illegal screen. Well, some great passers have come into the league this season. Let's see which rookies are tops in assists. And you look at Johnson, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
He's just ahead of his years as far as vision and recognition on the offensive end. A talented playmaker. He is only going to get better.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another.
Jason Tatum is definitely saving the Celtics. This is Cavaliers type of situation right here. We do have the Celtics after this game, so we're doing a little bit of scouting just to see like how they, how they get down, operate, so we can better figure it out in the game plan next game. We also kind of just want to win the game while we're figuring it out.
On the wing, Johnson from the arc. Buries it from 3-point range.
Trying to do that, figure that out. What they don't have is somewhat of an identity. They do have some forwards that's going to help them out, but they don't have an identity as far as what they're going to do with this big man situation. Al Horford is their guy right now. Nikita, he's the prospect that they're looking at to step up. He hasn't necessarily stepped all the way up yet. He's had a few games where he did his thing, but not necessarily. I think they're waiting for after that trade expiration date in the beginning of the season where you can't trade somebody for like 85 days after they're traded. I think they're waiting on that date. There's a few teams I think waiting on that. I think it's in December 20-something. Where you can kind of have less restrictions on trades, so you can kind of have a bigger pool of people.
ISO right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
And so it's the Wizards with the win. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one group matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
Preview, we give you our player of the game, the Cobra.
Anthony Simons is one of those people that I put in that category. Even though he's not a Kyrie Irving, he is still annoying as hell to guard, bro. I do not like guarding him. But 33, 10, feels like I'm averaging 10 rebounds, but fuck it. Let's get it.
Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Ali LaForce, our reporter. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Nikola Vucevic.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. They've got Johnson. Kevin Durant is out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Poole in a 2-guard. And for Boston, the perimeter pairing. It's White and Brown. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Keita in at the center position. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A.
And here are some of the best scorers in the league so far. Second is Kevin Durant. Third is Jason Tatum.
Whenever these two are on the floor, there's a good chance one of them, if not both of them, will go off.
I love it. Did you see it, though? Not the leading scorer thing, but did you see Vooch?
Now here's Tatum.
Last 5 games.
Can't cash in the 10-footer.
That's what I call the Cobra bump. Right? 50%, all of a sudden now it's 70. Yes, you're getting less shots. No, you're not the primary scorer, but we are putting you in position to be successful. I'm putting you in position to be successful. We're going to give you... And the thing is, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. His stats look like that, and we're just getting started as far as we're going to figure out more opportunities for Vooch to score. We're going to figure that out a little bit more. Right now, we just need him to do all the big man stuff that we were missing this whole time, and he is. That was a beautiful pass, by the way. But yeah, we're just figuring out all the big man stuff that was missing before, and he's filling it in perfectly. That's what, you know, that's what we traded him for. But then we're gonna add the, you know, the icing on top, the extra cherry on top when it comes to putting him in position to hit threes.
To find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
These young fellas have been hot. Usually, I'd say it's too soon to tell much, but right now, they're balling.
The talent on display is undeniable. The endurance part, though, open question.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for Washington.
So they've got some firepower coming off that bench, man. And not just complimentary scorers. We're talking about primary options.
Which makes this club really difficult to defend for an entire game because they always have fresh people coming in. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA.
All right, this is really the end of the week. There's no games after this. This is Sunday night basketball right here. We're done for the week after this. And there's much more to go. The schedule actually just gets busier. More and more 4-game schedules in the week. But, you know, that's what we asked for, man. This is actually great practice for us because we have a new roster. You know, between me, KD, Vooch. You know, we've been getting rid of people. We've been trading people. I think this has helped building our identity to become more of a playoff threat. Our record doesn't really reflect our talent right now. Right? It almost does. We get a few more wins. We buckle down a little bit more. I think our record could reflect how we play and how good we are. It's just the beginning of the season, so you know, it's just not really happening like that. Not yet. But it's getting there. It's getting there. I just pulled a LeBron James. That's an old LeBron James move, like back in his like first Cavalier stint. If you watch that footage, he would like hop step and then take 2 steps out.
I'll tell you, how about the playmaking from Kevin Durant? On time.
I think they started calling that a travel. I don't know. Anyway.
Puts him up 5.
No travels there. Straight oops. JP.
And it's a 6-point ball
Pool
game.
party right there. Splash for the free throw.
Knocks down the free throws exactly.
Seal the deal.
Well,
We just beat the Celtics twice.
Take it.
Pass to Pritchard. The three is up. Cash. What a beautiful shot. Brings
You
them
can
within
have it.
3. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And time now to present our player of the game.
Talk about going berserk. Man had 34. He had 27. Okay. So, what's going on in the NBA? I'll tell you what's going on in the NBA. More trades. But this one makes sense. The Grizzlies are trading G.G. Jackson to the Bucks, bro. Think about it. Think about it. G.G. Jackson's going to be starting at the 3 with Lillard and Giannis. Let's see if he can really create his shot.